Savant, your UK immigration lawyer. If there is an issue with the mic, please let me know. Sorry, 5 minutes delay. I just scheduled this live for the first time. Okay, so how much fund required? First live question that I have is how much fund required to maintain skilled worker visas in main applicant, spouse account, kid account. Yeah, for the financial requirement, there is a video that I have explained about. If you look for financial requirement for skilled worker visa, it explains you everything. So usually I don't have immigration rules at hand now. So there is a simple calculation. There is some amount for the main applicant. Let me see if I can find my another phone and I can try to search for you. By the time, if there are any other live questions people can ask, I'll try to search it for you. Let me set this up first. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so this is the first live. Okay, let us find my phone. I'll try to search on the immigration rules. Let me just turn on my another phone. Whew. Will this connect to my Wi-Fi? In the meanwhile, if there are any other questions, you can ask me. Okay, how do I connect to Wi-Fi? Just give me 2 minutes. I will be live. I have to just again. I was able to connect my phone. Let me search on the financial requirement for you. Just 1 minute. Whew. Immigration rules. More. Got it. Okay. Give me 2 minutes. I have to give you the exact numbers. By the time, if anyone has any other questions, you can ask me. After this, I will take comments on the channel. So where is it? Okay, so for the main applicant, the financial requirement, if you're applying for an entry clearance application and for the last 12 months you did not have any valid UK visa leave, is 1270 in any currency. If you're outside the UK, you will use your local currency equivalent. The currency equivalent is done. I'll come to the dependents first. I'll just explain the equivalency. Okay, so I'm outside, so there may be some distraction. I see another question has come up, but let me answer this first one. So 1270 for the main applicant, and for the dependents, where is it? Mutual, where is the dependents one? Partner and children, where is that one? Finance. 285 for your partner, 285 pounds for the partner, 315 for the first child, and 200 for each additional child. That's how you calculate. So 285 for the partner, 285 pounds, 315 for the first child, 200 for any additional child from second onwards. So those are the financial requirements for the skilled worker visa if you want to sponsor you and yourself and dependents. Okay, Neilak, still waiting for DCOS. My employer says we have checked the cost application and it has been delayed by the UKVI. They have said they are working through the application. They have a lot of now. Yeah, that is correct. Your employer is not lying. So there is nothing that can be done. Home Office is really bombarded with applications because of the skilled worker change. They can only keep on following up on that. So Home Office is trying to address all the, but DCOS applications, if they are standard, we do get it within 2 weeks. It really depends on the salaries. I've always seen any salaries that are under 30,000 or so, which is the minimum required. You are trying to meet 26,200 onwards and all, up to 35,000. So if that is the range, they always take time. Those are the ones that are going in the queue and waiting for a long period of time. Any salaries that are over 40,000 and all, I we do for other high level highly paid executives and all, where it is 50, 60,000, 100,000 salary. We get them sometimes in 2 days also. So it is very fast with highly paid salaries, but with the basic, wherever the salaries are very close to between 26,200 to 35, 40,000, they are going in that queue. There is a long queue. There is not much Any lawyer can also do. Your employer is not lying. They are right. Should ask them to reapply. My start date is 4th March. Yeah, they can defer the start date even if that is delayed by home office. So start date and all, it's not much of a matter. It can be delayed in the application, in the costs. After the application, it can be reported through the SMS. So I don't think reapplying is going to help because your case is already in the queue. It will just increase the queue of home office. So sorry, I cannot help much with that, but that is the current situation with home office. My fiance arrived in the UK in February 2024. We are waiting the completion of the marriage procedure application process under the old financial requirements. So my fiance arrived in the UK. Okay, so the fiance, so the question is fiance came on the fiance visa. I'm assuming that on February 24, and we are waiting for the completion of the marriage procedure. So you should have already given the notice. You're waiting for getting married, maybe. Application process under the whole requirement. So you should try and file. The rules are not yet published, but to the best of my understanding, if your fiance has been allowed under the old rules, your spouse visa will be allowed. It would be very unreasonable for the home office to expect someone to meet the new requirements because fiance visa is also a route to settlement as it continues to a spouse visa. So in my opinion, it should be fine, but the rules have not published. Once I see the rules, I can tell you exactly. But in my opinion, you should be fine even if you are applying after the rules change and the financial requirement increases to 29,000 minimum. I think you will still be able to apply with 18,600, but wait for the rules to be published. So arrived to the UK on fiancé visa. Yes, that is correct. Your salary is 41K. Yeah, I'm not sure why your course is on hold. What is the job code that they've applied? If you can confirm, nail art. Maybe they should engage some lawyers or something and get it sorted. Uh, And is your application an entry clearance application? Nail art, please confirm if your application is outside the UK, inside the UK. If you're inside UK, when is your expiry date of your current visa, and what is the job code that they're applying, or what is the job designation that the employer calls you? I'll get an idea on that. So next question, Rita. Okay, you have previously online mentioned that when renewing visas or applying for ILR settlement, one has to meet the new salary requirement. But I am quoting from the government fact sheet. Yes, I have clarified this. So earlier there was no clarification. I have also made a video on the spouse visa financial requirement increase in the fact sheet. I think at the time the fact sheet was not released. So Home Office has confirmed anyone who is already on the spouse visa on the previous rules can continue to remain whether they are extending. That video goes in details. If you look for spouse visa financial requirement 29,000, I think that is the name. Last week or so, I may have published that. So previously, Home Office did not give the fact sheet, and then it was released subsequently. So yeah, it was my mistake. But then, since it is whoever is already in the UK, they can continue on the same requirements, whether they are extending or ILR, filing for ILR. When people come to renew their visas, these policies will not be applied retrospectively. Yes, they will not be applied retrospectively. If you are renewing the visa, you came on 18,600 salary requirement, and then now it is increased to whatever 29,000 or whatever it increases to. Subsequently, you will continue to remain on the 18,600. Who's already in the resolutions are exempt from the new skilled worker requirements. Yes, for the skilled worker requirements, there is a different way to deal with it. I have made a video on that also. Skilled worker financial requirement increases. It's mentioned in the fact sheet if you read that very well. So on the new skilled worker requirements, someone who's already working in the UK under the current rules of 26,200 minimum, they can continue to work till the time they come for any other application, which is if they change an employer, they will need to meet new requirement. If they extend their visas, they will need to meet new requirement at the time. If they file for ILR, they will need to meet new requirement. That's what Home Office is expecting. Rules have not been published yet. Once the rules publish, I will make a detailed video on that, but that is the intention of Home Office. That is what has been clarified in the fact sheet also. They are expecting that the new increase applies at the subsequent applications. So that's about skilled worker. I think I have covered all your questions. That one is done. When people renew their visas. Okay. For spouse visa, old rules will continue to apply. For skilled worker applications, any new applications, new rules will apply. New 38.7 will apply. That is in the fact sheet as well. Skilled worker visa, it will change. It will change. I know. I'm not sure what is your interpretation. I have read the fact sheet. We have clarified with Home Office also their intention. But once the rules publish, I can make a clear video on that by referring to the rules. We need to wait for the rules. But the intention is to have any extension applications change of employer, if you want to extend your skilled worker, ILR, whatever is the subsequent application, if you make it after the increase in the salary requirement, it will be as per the new rules. So remember that one. That is the intention of Home Office. That's what they have clarified in the fact sheet. So Simran, thank you for your advice, sir. A session from Thank you, Simran. Thank you for joining live. Anyone who is live or joined first time, please do subscribe to our channel. You can search for all these videos, whichever visa you are applying. There are detailed videos on spouse visa, list of documents for almost everything. Skilled worker, I think, and I don't know, maybe student visa. Yeah, there are many of them that have been made in the last 2-3 years on the channel. The voice quality of the video may not be very good on that one, but then yeah, so that videos will give you answers. There is also, if you go on the website, you can download those list of documents and all. I'll take the live question. Just clarifying my things. Okay, Simran, she has completed 6 months in the UK, has 2 year visitor visa. Okay. Yes, Simran, thank you very much. So this that. Next question. The salary is 29K. And I'm currently on PSW visa, 29K PSW visa. I wanted to apply for the skilled worker visa, but I won't be able to fit the new 38K salary requirement. Yeah, so this is the answer. I made a video last week only, so this week, which ended today basically. Yeah. So if you look for that graduate visa switching to skilled worker with new entrant salary, that details everything. I've given the calculations and all. So under the current rules, you have the yeah, so 20,960, that is the amount I remember. That is if you are a new entrant, if you are switching from graduate to skilled worker under the current rules before the April 4th change till April 3rd, if you apply, you can apply with a salary of 20,960. Yes, if I'm not wrong, that is the number. Yeah, so you can apply, you can only apply up to a 2 years visa. If you apply after the change happens, then proportionally that 38,700 will be reduced 80%, 30,960. So 30,960 will be the new entrant salary after the increase of the skilled worker salary requirement to 38,700. So you can still apply. Your salary is 29,000. So currently you may be able to apply if you apply by 3rd of April. If your employer already has an U cost, undefined cost, usually employers have that. If they have a license, yeah, or they can file, yeah, get a UCOS, but that itself is also delayed. But if they have a UCOS, you will be in a good situation. They can assign it to you, pay you the salary of 29,000, decide a new entrant. But currently, you can also qualify for a normal skilled worker visa depending on what job code you are. So maybe take the advice of some immigration lawyer and do the calculations. If you want longer than 2 years visa, they will have to pay, I think 29,000 may meet. I'm not sure what is your job code and all. So yeah, you can apply now, but try to apply before 3rd April. If they have a cost, if they apply afterwards, definitely new entrant visa is the only option for you, which you can only apply for 2 years. Look at those videos; they will explain in detail how the calculations of the 2 years and all work. Okay, Neil Ark, I'm applying from India for auditor job with chartered accountant firm. I'm seeing myself. My salary is 41K. Waiting for DCOS since 10 Jan. Yeah, DCOS 41,000. Maybe engage lawyers and try to expedite it. I'm not sure what is the problem because I'm not representing your employer or someone. Maybe if they already have lawyers, they should talk to them and see. But I don't know what is the reason with that level of salary and you are already professionally qualified for the accounting auditor job, etc. Your employer needs to engage some lawyers and expedite it, whatever that is. So that's the only thing I can tell you. So when I have permission officer to consider my case and will prove the genuine case of mother that she is a single parent medical assistance. Yes, good luck with that, Simran. That's what I can say. Okay, there are some questions on the channel by the time. If there are no questions now, if I missed any questions, please retype that. I'll just take the questions on the channel. There are some of them. Where is it? Okay. So the question is, hello sir, if I wouldn't get a course before 11th March, can I apply for myself visa and family pending course via immigration law really successful? Yeah, this is a question I've addressed in the increase of the skilled worker salaries also, but briefly I will discuss it here. So if if your employer has already applied for a, let's say, D cost and they are waiting for the decision, and can you apply for the skilled worker before whatever changes happen? So this is about dependent applications. You're talking of 11th March, care workers, dependents not able to join. So the question is, DCOS is not approved. You want to apply for the skilled worker application before 11th March, pending DCOS decision. We do that for other reasons, if leaves are expiring and all of that, and usually lawyers should engage, you should engage lawyers with that. It's a tricky one. They can refuse the application if there is no valid cause along with your application. It's in the validity requirements. So it will be very tricky. Date of application, let me think. So what you're saying is, okay, you will attach dependents, apply for the skilled worker visa without having a cause by the date of the change. It is a tricky one. It is a 50-50 chance. I don't think it is a 50-50 chance. It really depends on the facts of the case. It depends. It's a very discretionary decision. I'm not sure how the Home Office is going to approach applications which are filed without a cause, and then the cause is approved after the change and dependents not allowed. So date of application will be logged. Yes, if your application is considered, so this is my answer as per the immigration rules. If your application is considered as valid, they keep it on hold and they consider it later on. Let's say you apply, today is whatever date, February you apply, and 11th March the dependents rule change for the care worker. You apply today, date of application is locked. Okay, you will apply entry clearance. You add dependents. You don't have a DCOS. I'll take the live questions. It's raining now. Okay, I have to wear my jacket and then answer. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. So my answer is, if you file the application without the DCOS with the dependents and the rules change, dependents are not allowed, date of application is locked. If they consider the application as valid and keep it on hold, yes, they will approve the dependents also. They have the other option of declaring the application as invalid and rejecting it. Then that's the end of it. Your application will be rejected invalid, and that's where you don't, the dependents cannot be attached. They will ask you to apply after you get the DCOS. So these are the two situations, but it is at the discretion of the caseworker. Okay. Next question, Abhishek GK. I am a student working in a company with a placement year status. Yeah, the placement year is the third year status. Okay. It is most likely that they will retain me here. What are the visa options I have? Yeah, if you are on the, so you are still on a student visa. I know, I've seen that you have the third year or something as a placement year. So it is, so you will be switching from student visa to skilled worker visa. Your employer can give you a new entrant salary. New entrant salary's minimum is currently 20,960. That's what they have to pay till April 3rd this year, April 3rd, 2024. From April 4th, 2024, the new entrant salary will increase minimum to 30,960. That is 80% of 38,700. That's how it will be. So if they are willing to pay you that much of salary currently or later, and then you can switch to the skilled worker visa. So that is the visa option you have. I do have PSW for 2 years, but I need a visa later. So either you can go on to PSW, work wherever you want to without any sponsorship, and then go on the skilled worker. And after that, you can get up to 2 years of new entrant visa, new entrant skilled worker visa. If you directly go into the from the student to the skilled worker visa, you can get up to 4 years of new entrant skilled worker visa. So you can consider both the options. If you think, so this is my advice, if you think that your employer is going to keep you for the next 5 years, this is how I would decide if I was you. I'm a student and I'm working in the placement year. If my employer is going to continue to keep me for the next 5 years, that is what I assume from whatever your performance and everything is, then I will go directly for the skilled worker visa with the new entrant salary, whichever that is, 2960 now, and afterwards whatever that is, 3960. But if you think that the employer, you may change employers, the employer may fire you, whatever is the issues, then go on the PSW visa, and then after that consider the skilled worker visa. That's my advice. Okay. So, but remember, if you directly go to skilled worker visa, you will lose the option of PSW in future. So remember that before making your decisions. So let's see, I have, sorry, it is raining. I've just come out of my gym and I'm trying to answer the questions here outside. Let me see. I have already applied for skilled worker visa, but I'm starting my employment from 1st of April. Okay. Are the new rules of immigration applied to me? No, if you, I think you've applied, so you already have a cost assigned, you already have your skilled worker application, the new rules don't apply to you till the time you are with your current employer. Whenever you come to extension, changing employer, the new rules will apply to you of 38,700. Okay. Next is Abhishek, can I apply for skilled worker visa? Yes, you can apply for skilled worker visa. Should I request the company to sponsor me? Yes, you should request the company to sponsor you. Okay, Mukesh Raja, we will be getting married in a month. We have already started arranging the spouse visa doc, but in bank statements it will be Miss. Will that be a problem? That is fine. Miss, Mrs. Whatever that is, don't worry about the titles. Ignore the titles completely. Doctor, anything in the titles, don't worry about that. There is no rule saying that you have to change things everywhere in the world. So ignore that Miss, Mrs. or whatever that is on the bank statement. I don't care the Miss, Mrs. Home office also doesn't care the Miss, Mrs. Okay, I'll try to check the questions on the channel. I stay okay. One. Okay. So first question I have answered. Let me take the second one. I have a question of skilled work visa, not carer, because delay. What are the reasons? Yes. Because reasons delay, there are no reasons that home office is given. The only thing answers I have got is they have a backlog of applications. If any of yours application visas are expiring or something, there is a way to expedite it by requesting urgent. I have got this several times where someone's leave is expiring. You are a student, a PSW holder, or whatever that is, or your tier two or your skilled worker or tier two general is expiring. There is a way to get priority services by paying that extra fees and get the allocation and all. But other than that, home office is not considering anything. They are taking everything in the normal queue. Sorry, there is not much that I can help with the DCOS delays. I know everywhere I'm getting those questions only. What are the fees for ILR on spouse 5-year rule? So can you get decision in 5 years? Okay, the question is for the spouse. It is on the spouse visa, so I'm assuming it is a question about priority service 5 days for spouse visa. There is no spouse visa priority service for 5 days, so that is the first question I'm trying to clarify. If you have not confirmed whether you're applying outside UK or inside, I will give both the answers. If you're applying outside the UK, there is a 30 working days priority service. You pay 500 extra for that. So yes, yeah, we can get a decision, or any other lawyer can do that. Also, you are asking me, can you get a decision? Yes, we get our decisions within the 30 working days for the spouse visa with a priority. If you are doing inside UK, 5-day priority. For the spouse visa, there is no 5-day priority to the best of my knowledge. I've always seen that. Yes, so it is the super priority which you pay £1,000 extra and you get a decision in 24 hours, and we can get that as well. So for the spouse visa, these are two services that is possible. So that is my answer. All the live questions, no more live questions. Let me take another one on the channel. Graduate, the question is, hello sir, what about tier 3 with sponsorship letter? So the question is about tier 3 visa. No, there is no tier 3 visa as of today. I think there were some in the past, but no, there is nothing with sponsorship letter. No, there is nothing like that in the UK immigration rules. Tier 3 visa with sponsorship letter can be eligible for 1 year job permit. No, there is nothing like that in the rules that I am aware of. Okay, so those questions are done. Let me take further questions. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so most of the questions I have answered. If you have any live questions, please ask them. And I'm still checking if there are any questions on the channel. By the time if anyone joins, you can ask your questions. If you like this video, do like, give a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. There are many videos on many other visa categories also. Just search with the name of the visa: skilled worker visa, student visa, spouse visa, fiance visa, whatever that is, and you will get list of documents and many other things which will save you time and effort. And okay, there are no more questions that I see here. If I have any, okay, any no more live questions, and I see 9 people live. So, Yeah. Any no more live questions yet? I will try to stay live. I may go live again during the week. Okay, Senthil Kumar. Next live question. What is the time taken from process from to process tier to skilled worker visa from India? Skilled worker visa standard processing time is 15 working days once you apply. 15 working days. Yes, 15 working days. So it is about 3 weeks, I can say approximately. And if you go with the priority service, you pay 500 more. Yeah, and you get within 5 working days. That's the decision timing for a skilled worker visa out from India, outside UK. Standard processing 15 working days, about 3 weeks, you can say. And priority processing with 500 extra, it is 5 working days. Okay, okay, Simran. Good luck with the application. My best wishes are with you all. Okay, next question on the channel I have. So this is on the replies which I don't see usually. I'm trying to find them. I applied care worker visa since 2023 October. Can I get cost before March? Okay. Care worker visas are completely, yeah, the rain is gone. Yeah. Okay. So the care worker visas deco situation is very tight. So you have asked the question. You applied for this skilled worker visa. Yeah. So you applied for the DCOS, not the skilled worker visa. Care worker since October. Can I get cost before March? Yeah. There is no guarantee that you will get a cost before March. The DCOS usually. So thank you, Senthil Kumar Krishna. Do like this channel, subscribe to our channel, search any more videos. Okay, so I applied for care worker visa since 2023 October. Can I get cost before March? For the care worker visa, Home Office is investigating left, right, and center. They are not happy. They are investigating large care homes, small care homes, everyone for that matter. I have also seen that questionnaire that they are sending, they are asking them a lot of questions on the current employees. For example, if there are 5 migrants who are already working for them, they are asking their rota, their pay slips, they are checking how they are paid. There are questions on, are you going to recover any money from them for the visa, IHS, etc., etc. Are you going to recover? Is it a part of salary? Home office has care. I think employers are having a hard time replying to all those things, whatever the arrangements are with care workers, and that's the reason those care worker visas are really delayed. A question, the standard question is sent to every employer, then that goes and sits back once the reply is sent into another queue, and that is the reason I think that time is taking. There are situations where for 6 months people are waiting on DCOS. Okay, Rasala, thank you. Uh, Arun, cost not applied for care visa. Cost not applied for care visa. Please clarify what you mean by that. Cost not applied for care visa. Okay, Abhishek, please share the time for cost issue within the UK. Okay, so that is in reference to your previous. Please share the time for cost issue within the UK. Currently, students. Currently, students cost issue. Then you are switching from under undefined cost. Undefined cost. Usually, employers should have UCOS. Whenever we apply skilled worker licenses, we always project it for the next year, and we already tell home office that we want 2 employees in this year, 4 employees in this year, and that's how you do it. Anytime employers are engaging lawyers, they should always tell them that this is what our plan is for the next 1 year, at least for 1 year. Give any business plan, give anything that you can do, and always plan that ahead. I know employers may have not done it; they will try and do it themselves. So if they don't have it, they should apply for U cost, undefined cost, standard processing 18 weeks. There is a priority service which is 60 slots per day where they will prioritize the decision, but that is a hit and miss. There is a lot of demand and 60 is very less. Even home office is just, yeah, they are overwhelmed with it. But if your visa is going to expire, it's coming to close to expiry or something, then I think your lawyers may be able to expedite that. There is a way. I've done it for several of them where we've requested urgently on that. It's still a hit and miss, but the chances of getting that by telling the home office that I want this urgently because I want to switch a student into skilled worker and his visa is expiring on this date, whatever that is. We have to give evidence and all of that for that, but that is also possible. Standard processing 18 weeks, priority processing 5 working days with all the efforts. Yeah. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you, Abhishek. One more question about you missed. Yeah, so Tarun, I've answered your question. The time for the course issue, 18 weeks for UCOS, switching from student to skilled worker. Okay, so I've answered this one. I'm taking the questions on the channel. So there are questions on my answers further. So I usually miss them. I'm trying to find them. Can I get your contact, please? Okay, go. If you want my contact information, go to the bio page on this channel and you will find the website and fill up the contact form. Someone from the office should get back to you. That's how you contact us. There should be a phone number, contact form, and all of that. Okay, next is biggest commerce for video. Okay, comments. Many people comments on the channel or social working. Okay, that is gone. I'm trying to see if there is any sensible question that I can answer that can help me share the time for course issue for applicants in the UK. Yes, course issue 18 weeks. I answered that. 18 weeks standard processing. Can I get married in the UK tourist visa? Okay, so the next question is fiance visa has run out and you want to switch to the spouse visa from inside the UK. Once the visa ends, that is the problem with the UK immigration system. You can only make a subsequent application, most of the application, 99% applications, if you have a valid leave in the UK. So if your fiance visa is given for 6 months, within that you are expected to get married to the British or the settled or pre-settled person and then apply within the expiry of that time. So if your visa is expired, there is nothing that can be done. The applicant will have to go outside the UK, make an entry clearance application for the spouse visa. So that is the only option that you have of changing to spouse visa. Okay. Okay. No live questions. I'll take the questions on the channel. Okay. So that was my quota for the day. Today is Sunday. I've done the live on a Sunday for the first time. Okay. There is one more live question. If I don't change my employer, are the new rules of immigration going to apply during the renewal of skilled worker visa? Renewal of skilled worker visa. Yes. Let's say you have a 3-year visa. That's what Home Office has said. Don't, yeah, don't say that I said this or not. That's what has been clarified by the Home Office in the fact sheet. Whatever questions we ask them, rules have not been made. But let's say this is what I understand from their intention and the fact sheet, what they have made. If you have been given, let's say, 3 years visa or 2 years visa, and after that you come to an extension with the, even with the same employer, you will be expected to be increased to the current salaries at the time, which will be 3,700. So even if you don't change employers, if you come for renewal or if you come for ILR at that point also, you will be expected to be increased to that level. Bringing dependent rules. So bringing dependent rules will not affect you because you joined the skilled worker category of leave before the change happened. The bringing dependents rules will not apply. The increase in the final, but if you bringing dependent rules only apply, so this is a big confusion that I know many people are asking on the channel is bringing dependents is not allowed only for care worker job codes. It's not across the board. It's not for some other skilled worker occupation. It's only for care worker. Those two, I think, job codes, senior care worker and care visa, something. Those two job codes are there. Only they cannot bring dependents from, I think, 4th of March or 11th of March, whatever that is. So next month onwards, it's going to change of dependents. But the increase in salary will not apply to care workers because they will be exempted. So that's what the government said. They are not going to be beaten up by the 38,700 salary. So if you are talking of the care worker visa, you already on a care worker visa, you're going to extend the care worker visa, you can still bring your dependent subsequently because you joined the skilled worker category before the rules change. That is the intention of the government. And thank you very much everyone for joining the live. I will end this live now.